a good one here, and eventually we will. So this is my spoiler review for Stargirl Episode 1. Highly recommend you get out there and check it out. This one's pretty amazing. So let me just jump right into everything that's positive about this one. There are no gender swaps, race changing, anything that I recognize that's a huge comic book departure. Granted, there are some departures in terms of story, but there is no basic feminist behavior or overt political behavior that you typically get from a CW show. Granted, I don't know what the differences will be here from CW and the DC Universe because I streamed it on the DC Universe, and there's obviously going to be something cut to, fit it in that time slot. So the visual effects, the acting, absolutely everything's amazing, top notch. Out of the CW's league, they knocked it out of the ballpark with this one. It is better than all the CW shows that currently exist, even better than The Flash. They have accurate versions of classic heroes, JSA members. It is absolutely amazing to see a, a good version of Wildcat on live action. And a mech suit, Pat in his mech suit, Grundy. There's all kinds of awesome heroes in this and villains. And in terms of story and characters, they have depth. The story's pretty accurate as it goes, and it's pretty interesting. It keeps you invested the whole way through. The characters themselves, this isn't the usual CW type drama where it feels like it's artificially generated just to have characters butt heads when everything's fine, or this back and forth love triangle type of cliche stuff CW shows typically do. Granted, it is early, it is only episode 1, but everything in there from the cinematography to the visual effects to the acting, it is all pretty top notch, pretty great. Feels cinematic in scale and scope. There were only maybe a couple of, there was only maybe one shot I had problem with, one camera shot that didn't set well with me, but visually, the budget, the sets, the props, everything feels very cinematic, like you're watching a film. And it's just, you've got to check it out. You've got to see it. Stargirl, Courtney Whitmore, is an amazing character so far. She's not in your face with women are better than men or any of that type of stuff that typically happens when it comes to CW shows. Are just modern day cinema. And the show does not preach to you anything that I recognize for myself. Courtney Whitmore, she stumbles, she falls, she bleeds, she gets banged up. She is not just instantly overpowered. And so the the few things I can say negatively about it are it has your cliche high school stereotypes that are overt and in your face. The mean girl, the school bully, you know, the jock that's the bully. Those classic stereotypes that I could do without. The son, I found slightly unappealing. He's a young kid, kind of annoying, but he's not in your face throughout the whole episode. And the only actual gripe I have with the story itself, the only thing that I recognized was a flaw within the story, within the episode, is that Courtney Whitmore was asleep, fully dressed in her shoes and everything, and her mother comes in to check on her, and not even her mother questions it. And this isn't like Courtney was planning on sneaking out. She just, for the sake of plot convenience, she had her shoes on and she was fully clothed. Uh, that's the only thing I recognized that was a flaw in the story. Other than that, it's pretty awesome, pretty amazing. I highly recommend you get out there and give it a chance. Even if these Superhero shows aren't typically your thing. I think this one's pretty good. If you like superhero movies, you definitely want to check this one out. Uh, and when you do come back, have a comment. Put some comments down below. Let me know your favorite parts, your least interesting parts, any flaws you saw that I didn't witness, that I didn't see for myself. And let's come back and have a conversation about it. I'm really interested in seeing episode 2 and where it goes from here, if it can stay on track, stay this great of quality. Because, CW shows typically, Flash and Arrow were great for the first 2 seasons, or they were at least okay for the first 2 seasons, but they have more so Arrow went downhill than Flash, but Flash has its own problems. And uh, but let me know what you think of it, and stay awesome. Rock on.